Oh, thank you so much. We stopped the beating. We were getting punished and punished and punished. Oh, we survived. We survived. Hello, good game. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. I hope you're having a magical day so far. Thank you for taking the time to help support the channel. Make sure to like the video. It really does help out. Today, we'll be playing with CHOMP version 7 with some amazing games of Magic. I think, we finish off around top 1200, top 1100, getting a run for our money against some of the best meta decks and the top players in Magic the Gathering Arena's community, which is a lot of fun. So this is an Abzan deck, white, black, and green, with a ton of removal, with some pretty hefty mid-range creatures and planeswalkers to, kind of close out that match for us. In the video, we're going to break down the deck list, talk about strategies, synergies, everything that you'll need to know to effectively pilot the deck, and then we'll get into the gameplay footage, diving deeper, breaking down the play lines and interactions, and then finally wrapping up with my final thoughts and deck review. This whole process is meant to give you, the viewer, a good idea whether or not the deck fits your personal playstyle and, of course, your wildcard collection. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to check out the Linktree link in the description below. It has all of the latest and greatest, from the 500,000 gem giveaway, the D&D rare playset giveaway, to my Spotify music, to the Discord link and the free contests and tournaments that you can get in on as well. So thank you all one more time, and let's get into it. CHOMP version 7. It's coming along, right? 3.4 average mana value deck. 4 creatures, 32 non-creatures, with 24 land available to us. The big brain play within this version from the last is the Scrylands, right? We have Temple of Malady, Temple of Plenty, and Temple of Silence, all coming in tapped, allowing us to scry 1, which is great because A, the mana consistency, because they're 2-color lands, and B, we're looking for the appropriate card for our next turn. And as a control deck, you're often looking for removal or more land, right? Those are the 2 big ones, and then late game, just getting rid of the land, of course. So that really helps the consistency of the deck, in my opinion. We've also dropped Vorinclex. Get out of here, brah. Elder Gargaroth, it's your time to shine. This is a little bit more versatile and a little bit more oppressive, especially in the best of 1 meta, where you're dealing with all of the aggro decks, right? You throw Elder Gargi in play and, have fun with that, bro. The rest of the deck remains fairly similar. We have also dropped the Extinction event from the deck, and now we're running Pestilent Haze. It enters play a little bit earlier. The Indestructible has been driving me insane recently. So the exile was great from the event, but I want to hit it a little bit early in case we're not on the play, right? Because if they're on the play, they're Winota, we don't get our Extinction event out in time, and they just win the game. So we can use Pestilent Haze to wipe the field in those matchups, which is really nice. Of course, we do have other escapes from that. Instant speed, single target removal, right? 2 copies of Heartless Act, 2 copies of Eliminate, 2 copies of Vanishing Verse, and of course we have 4 copies of Baleful Mastery, which is really nice, and 4 copies of Mythos of Nethroi. So that is a ton of instant speed targeted removal, which is quite nice. We already talked about Pestilent Haze being the field wipe and a new card to the deck. We also have 4 copies of Shadow's Verdict in the deck to wipe the field as well. A little bit more removal, not instant speed, within Binding of the Old Gods, right? At your main phase, destroy target non-land permanent, then you get a forest, and then you gain Death Touch, which is, irrelevant, but the removal and the forest is pretty nice. I really like that a lot. We have some draw through Mazemind Tome. Tap it to scry 1, pay 2, tap it, draw a card. Once we've done this 4 times, it goes into exile, and we gain 4 life, which is really nice. So a little bit of life gain through the Tome. More life gain through Elder Gargaroth. Whenever it attacks or blocks, you can gain 3 life, create a 3/3, or draw a card, which is really, really nice. We also have Polukranos Unchained in the deck. This is a 0/0 entering the play with 6 +1/+1 counters on it. If it escapes, meaning it enters from the graveyard via the escape cost, which is 6 plus exiling 6 other cards from our grave, it's going to enter with 12 +1/+1 counters on it, which is pretty cool. And then you can pay 3 to fight something, which is also very nice. I got an eyelash just jamming in to my eyeball. So, other than that, we have Professor Onyx as, the big finale. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, gain 2 life, they lose 2 life, +1. You lose 1 life, look at the top 3, put 1 into your hand, the rest into your graveyard, and then -3, each opponent sacrifices. There it is, got him. And yes! And they're going to sacrifice the strongest powered creature among creatures that they have, and -8, exile, or sorry, each opponent discards a card. If they don't, they lose 3 life, repeat the process 6 more times, which is basically just lethal. So, you know, that's the deck, right? We've got a lot of removal. There are a lot of exile effects in the deck, which is nice, through Baleful Mastery, through Vanishing Verse, through Shadow's Verdict. You know, the single target, eliminate, Heartless Act, Fracture, you know, enchantments, planeswalkers, and artifacts. Keep in mind that there are some artifact creatures, so it can pick up creatures as well. You know, other than that, it's the same deck you guys have been kind of checking out, just with a few changes that we've made. I won't go too in depth, but that is the base of it, and your strategy within the build is to ramp, keep control of the field, right? You want to remove everything. You want to focus on gaining card advantage through 2-for-1s, through, you know, protecting your own engines as well. So we've got the Tome as a nice engine. We've got Elder Gargaroth as a really nice engine. And then, of course, Professor Onyx as our engine to provide value to us while we're playing the match, because there are no other draw effects for us. With this being said, take that draw effect, protect those draw effects, gain advantage that way, and then also take the 2-for-1s. You know, Pestilent Haze can kill 2, can kill 3, can kill 4 creatures. The same goes for Shadow's Verdict, which is, you know, very, very nice. Professor Onyx -3 gets the kill, which is a 1-for-1, plus she remains in play to plus later on with the Magecraft, so there's good value there as well. You can cycle the Triomes if you need, but again, the land consistency is nice. It's actually not as important as it was because we're running the temples, but it's still really nice. So that's the deck, that's the strategies, those are the synergies. Don't forget about your Castle Ardenvale for the token for 5, and your draw through the Locthwain for 4, as well through your land within those control matchups. So again, this is a best of 1 standard deck, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video if you haven't done so yet, and subscribe to the channel so you can partake in our 500,000 gem giveaway and D&D rare playset giveaway, not to mention all of the other cool things that we have going on. Check out the link tree for all of the links to all of the different cool places I've got, whether you want to support the channel through Patreon, which I really do appreciate, or, you know, buy some affiliate gear. Of course, you can find the Discord and the Spotify. It's all the cool stuff's in there. Check it out, and we'll see you soon within the community. Enjoy the video, and we'll be back to wrap up with my final thoughts and deck review after the gameplay footage. Okay, Chomp Chomp, back at it again. Scrylands, you know, if only there was some way to fix our land troubles from the last version of the deck. Right, we had a big brain in chat point us in the right direction. It just made me laugh so friggin' hard. Right? Sometimes we forget the little things in life, right? And they're often very important things. I'm still gonna temple. Oh wow. Like, I'm just gonna take the land. I do not mind. Right? We do not mind. So, Boros, aggro, any Winota. I mean, at a certain point, this is too much land. I know I said I wanted it, but not that bad, man. Passing our turn here, and, you know, trying to draw out some more goodies. Right? Hey! Well, hey! I'm leaving the land there because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they don't take it. I guess we could have tossed it. I should have counted first. It just, their hand looks smaller than ours. Let's just clean it up. We get a 2/2 ourselves, which is nice. It defends against, you know, one of their robbers. Prince is fine. ETB for Scry here. Looking at the top 2 cards of their library, deciding to leave them there, put them in different orders of each other, or, you know, onto the bottom of their library. It's pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's take the Scry ourselves. Just, ooh. It is really good. Just make chump blockers. Kind of like a later thing, maybe. Kill the prince. I don't know why they have ETBs. It seems odd to me. I'm going to allow it. They're a 99% player, so they're a skilled individual. We can't take that lightly. Do they have another robber? No, let's just play defensively. You know, 20 life is not getting us anywhere, and they just kill it anyways, right? So. We can assume that many of the cards in their hand are other forms of removal as well. Okay. So we don't ramp. Woof. Still holding up the Heartless Act. As long as there's not another Skyclave apparition. And that, I'll note, is already their second. So this sucks. They get to draw through the top 6 still and pull 1. The Skyclave has to attack into our Polukranos. So we will get the kill there. Another Winota, you dog. We get a 4/4, and we can still fight this Winota really easily, right? And let's do this. We'll attack first, get the 4 damage, and then we hit him with the heater. Chomp, chomp, baby. Take the scry. Don't mind it. I love the fight effect. I cannot get enough. 7 heads, 10 horns. Is that how that goes, right? Alright, giant. It's a card. Oh, we're 2/2. So sad. Alright. They're top decking. Oh, we found removal. That's great. Hit for 6. That's game. We're able to successfully handle the Winota deck. Let's see what the second match brings. Oh my gosh. We had the music on. We're like 3/4 of the way through this incredibly epic match. I do have to record the end of it for you guys. Sorry that you missed the start. They have been hand-hating us so much without being too terrible. Look at all the exile they've done on our side, and lots more hand-hate as well. You know, 3 copies of Agonizing Remorse we've had to deal with. They're recasting Velomachus from the grave. You know, Duress, Agonizing Remorse, Agonizing Remorse, Agonizing Remorse. It's been pretty brutal. We're going to take our turn, and, you know, this is very tempting. They could have, you know, a counterspell at any point. They seen the god, so I think they would have countered that if they had it. You know, this can be used as blue mana, of course, right? And, you know, this is, like, we should play Elder Gargaroth, but if they play Velomachus, we need to immediately exile it. And Velomachus doesn't need to do combat damage, it just needs to attack. So that's past turn. It is what it is. If anybody's interested, we got distracted with a little Lamb of God. If you're interested, and that is why we had to hold up the juice. Right? So go straight to exile. That's nice. We gonna land, sure. Veli is not a monocolor permanent, which could be pretty brutal. We still hold it up, but yikes. And we can block it, but still, yikes. Right? Double yikes. But, you know, at the very least, a really cool deck. I did a Dragon Reanimator, a Grixis Dragon Reanimator, that this is very, very similar to. They are using some unique things here, though. They're using... oh, we X'd out them. The Acquisitions Expert, I wasn't using this, and I don't think I had Rankle either. So a couple of really cool and unique additions that they've made. Wowzers. Okay, so we're losing Gargi, right? And they've been hitting us with that exile pretty hard. Let's take our turn. That Heartless Act is really nice, right? That's the answer that we needed. Death Touch like it matters. And it's crazy that we missed, you know, how many minutes of this match? 20 minutes of the match, and we still have plenty to go. You dog! See, this is what we're oh, but it puts the counter on it. That sucks. So freaking bad. That sucks. Oh my gosh. The Heartless Act is nullified by Cauldron's Gift because of the counter. That is good. That is game-changing! And they deal some extra damage here. Shoot! I don't think we'll win this. I don't think we'll win this. Down to 2. Oh no. We dealt with this dragon so many times. Ah, that Heartless Act is not the hero that we needed. Do they have more removal? I can only assume. No attacks and turn. We have available mana here. I mean, they're gonna get an extra treasure, but just get out of here, dragon. Please leave me alone. And I will remove a counter from Velomachus with Heartless Act, so we still get the value from it. And then Gargaroth survives. Oh, but if they just cast Prismari Command on us, they just need to deal 2 damage and they win. Do they get it? We have to assume they do. No, they whiff! Oh, another Cauldron. But Velomachus, like that has Summoning Sickness, right? Oh my gosh, this is retarded. Really good match. Really, really good match. Drawing a card. Just a land. That sucks so bad. We probably should have gained life. I'll attack and gain life. They might even still have lethal in hand. We have 1 command, 2 command, 3 command gone. They could have 1 more. They have something. Right? What's going on, Willis? They have 5 available manners. What's you going through over there, Willis? What are you thinking of? We're still here. The game doesn't seem buggy or laggy. They're targeting Gargi. Leave him alone. Was the answer there? No. It's a good game. That was a really nice match. I'm sad that you guys missed the first half of it, but that was an amazing game. That was a 20-minute match. Wow. Our opponent's playing first. That last match was really good. I wish I had the whole thing recorded. I feel like a ding-a-ling. We might cycle that Triome. Let's see. It's a lot of land. Sentinel. Is this Gruul? We're looking for a Shadow's Verdict. Oh, wow. So we probably just want to eliminate their draw engine immediately. Or do we just... Well, no, you still take their draw engine. Still definitely take the draw engine. Right? Let's not be silly. Because for every card they draw, like, super bad. Bo and Daddy in the house. Yeah, it's not great. We could exile, give them the draw. I need an untapped land for turn 5. We take the damage down to 13. Another Sentinel. Looking for an untapped land. Passing our turn. If they use the Sentinels to tap for mana, we can just kill the Goldspan Dragon. The Great Henge. Now that's a card! Wowzers! Such a banger. Getting hit for 4, down to 9! Glad they don't have a Faceless Haven. Be lethal. Alright, we're chilling again. We're at 9. I have faith. We need Gargi out, and we're going to gain some life. Because when there's one giant, there's 3 more. It feels like giants when... Are you kidding me? Let's eliminate the ability for another draw. Henge. Henge. Oh my god! We're down to 5. Hit him with the heater. Woo! How can we survive this? Wow. Wow! I want to keep up the mastery, just in case we have to use it. gosh. Well, we're not using that. Oh, Castle Locthwain. They have haste, and now that is such bad news. Come on! Brutal. Huh? Oh, nice. I can't target it because we have to pay 3 life. Unconventional deck. Wow, that is not the matchup I want. We got this, we got this. We can do it. Couple scries. We have black source here, green and white. We're good to go. 4th land into the binding brings, you know, that 5th and 6th. There's that 4th land we want. So let's just play slow. Looking for a Shadow's Verdict, I guess. I friggin' hate mono white. Alright, another savior, cool. We definitely need a Shadow's Verdict right away. Our opponent's just chilling. Rank 300, so we can't give him too hard of a time. I have no idea what the holdup is here. It's important that we just start looking for it. Right? Before anything else. I imagine we get hit with an Elite Spellbinder here. We have Heartless Act open next turn. Mythos of Nethroi open the turn after. And then binding the turn after that. Here's the Spellbinder. Now what do they take? Is it the Heartless Act? It would make the most sense. We're just hyperactively looking for Shadow's Verdict. 4 copies in deck, an 8% chance to draw. Just trying our best, right? That's all we can ever do with each and every day. They take one of our bindings. Now that's interesting. We get hit for 3. Let's take our scry. 1 Shadow's Verdict, please. This is moving at a snail's pace. My apologies. Definitely check out the Linktree link. All of our goodies are located there. Contests, giveaways, community links. Affiliate links as well if you want to support. But definitely jump in there, check out the Spotify playlist for sure, and join the Discord so you're not missing out on anything cool. Didn't we not just scry you to the bottom? Did we not just scry you to the bottom, bro? Passing our turn. I mean, we'll try to kill the binder, but it's just going to be a savior that dies. If they play a Blade Historian, I'm going to freak out. Let's try to axe the binder. You know, Selfless Savior protects it. Let's take our scry. It's not it. We need a Shadow's Verdict. gosh. Not good. Not good. Where are you? This is messed up. I guess it doesn't matter what we target. Oh my god. This is good game. Mono white aggro, OP. We won't even get it because we need an untapped land and Shadow's Verdict. It just doesn't work. And we're getting hit for lethal here anyways, so that's a good game. That was brutal. That was unpleasant for sure. Going first, the land looks pretty bad. We're gonna mulligan. Wow. Where have you been? You know what I mean? Where have you been? I like the tomes. They're nice. We've been having such bad luck that I'm just so worried about today's matchups. Let's start getting towards the life gain of the tome, just right out of the gate. Here comes a Rimrock Knight. No. Nice. Verdict can go. We're just looking for land at this point. More land draw. Hopefully. Taking the damage, that's fine. I mean, it's not the worst. There's Annex. Looking for an untapped land. Not that it matters. Okay, let's see if we can pull out a cleave here or not. Ha! Funny guy. Let's nuke Annex. Mix the tokens, whatever, right? Oh, that's actually a misplay, maybe. Well, no. Let's draw. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And let's scry for that untapped land. Set our stop, so we can scry at our upkeep for the land. Hit for 3. Grabbing the life. Take our draw. Land goes in. Pass our turn. We kill Torbran. Frig, man. We're getting hit hard here. Wow! Today's luck. And we didn't get our stop. It just, even though I had my stop here, just ripped right through it, so we couldn't use our tome. What the hell? I had the stop set. I have no words. We should have maybe just killed the Blade Historian and left the creatures. Greg, up to 10. I think we get hit for 8, right? Oh, now my stop works. Gee, thanks. One last shy. This could just be a stomp and they win. Or a second attacker. Wow, man. I have no words. They can stomp us whenever, right? A little late. This is like, it's too much for me, right? This is too much for me! We nuke the giant. Please no haste. So the Magecraft is going to save us. We kill Onyx, and then we Pestilent Haze. And the Magecraft just leads us to victory. We're at 5. Yes, it's a land! Okay, 12-12 in play. Is this the comeback of the century? Another land. Oh my lantern. That's an Elder Gargaroth in play. Woo! Oh my gosh. Oh, thank you so much. We stopped the beating. We were getting punished and punished and punished. Oh, we survive. We survive. Wow. I've not been tested like that since, oh, I don't know, yesterday. We had some bad luck there. We actually got really lucky too against that mono red player, that second matchup, and I can't believe they played that full match. And then there was that really good matchup where I forgot the first half of the video. I have it, but it would have to be muted. I don't think I want to put it in there. I'll just put that second match in, or maybe I won't put it in at all. If you guys didn't see it, I shouldn't have even said anything here. Uh-oh. We had an amazing match though, regardless, and half of it had music, which was sad, but you know, it was cool and I had fun. You know, just liking playing off meta decks, you know, that is 100% what makes this a repeatable thing for me. 2 decks a day, only because, you know, I'm playing these off-brand decks that I'm working on myself, and you know, I am having a blast with this game. There's 22 days left until Adventure into the Forgotten Realms, the new D&D set, comes out, which is crazy cool. And you know, I get burnt out a little bit, but then I think back and I'm impressed. I'm like, wow, bro, look at all the content you made. You didn't like burn out. You only played standard, which is crazy. And you did it, right? So you survived, and then you know that you can do that in the future videos. So yeah, I'm so excited to be making new content for you guys. That first couple weeks of the new cards, oh, I'm gonna be popping off so hard. So I hope you're excited. 22 days, July 8th. Mark it on your calendars. We're gonna have a Twitch stream extravaganza, and of course a big party on YouTube as well. Take care, you guys. Have a magical day. Like the video if you haven't done so yet, and be sure to subscribe. Check out the link tree for all of the goodies. Take care, and we'll see you soon in the next.